Right now, Joshua Short with you here in our newsroom. Forgive the audio issue there at the top of this. I am here in South Bend inside of the WNDU newsroom. We are working on some breaking news for you. And it's an important update for a lot of folks in the community who've heard about this story from late last year. We now can confirm from the St. Joseph Prosecutor's Office, St. Joseph County, confirming that there is an arrest in relation to a murder from late December. The murder of, at the time, 26-year-old Rajon Jones. We can tell you that the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office just confirming with our team that an arrest has been made, charges have been filed in relation to this case. We're going to tell you this case is dynamic because technically there are multiple cases involved. We'll explain what we mean in a second, but first I want to show you some video here just to spark your memory. This may spark your memory on the situation that was. This happened, I want to say this was near the downtown area, not far away from downtown in South Bend. Here's that video showing you that scene from that day. As you're taking a look at that, this was near Indiana and Taylor, I've just been told actually, so I can give you that. This is that scene. This was that scene from December. We can tell you that when police got there, first responders attempted to perform CPR on Jones. To no avail. He did not make it. Now, within hours of that, we heard from the mother. Okay, I'm going to play you some sound from her momentarily. But before we do that, I would like to show you the mugshot of the person involved that we now know as a suspect who's been arrested in relation to this. You're seeing him there. His name, 39-year-old Rajon Muffett. Rajon Muffett is in jail right now. He is facing murder charges. He's also facing unlawful carrying of a handgun charge, and that is because he's been convicted of a felony in the past. That is from prosecutors. Again, this is the new information. We're getting our eyes on him for the first time here. Now, if you are very involved in scanner pages, if you're very involved in looking on mugshot pages and looking up mugshots, this face may look familiar to you because he's already been arrested prior to these charges being filed several days ago in relation to a different situation. We're going to get to that here momentarily to help add some context to that because we now know it had to do with this murder investigation, but it's a different case. So we'll explain that in a second. I want to show you now the interview with the mother who we heard from, the mother of this young man, 26-year-old Rajon Jones. This was, again, right after he was killed. She called our newsroom. She wanted to speak with a reporter about her son, about what happened. And so we're going to play that sound for you here momentarily, just so you guys can hear that and see it in full, what she told our team. But again, this is the video that you just saw from that scene, and I can play it again for you all, for those who did not see it at the time. Again, to spark your memory, I know we got more people joining us here, so I want to make sure we have that. That sound is ready from the mother of Rajon Jones, who again reached out to our team within hours of her son being killed. We have two sound bites we're going to play, two sound bites from the mother we're going to play for you here, so that you can hear from her words. She said, I believe at the time, she told us that she was shaken up. She told us at the time that this murder made her feel extremely numb and very hurt. So that is what she told us at the time. Here's a little bit more from the mother.
We just don't ever know when it's, our last moments. I mean, we have presents under the tree that Ray will not get to open this year. And it's just going to be very tough, very tough.
And there are some pictures as well of Rajon. You see him there on the right. This is from his mother, who sent us these photos, again, late last year in December. Here's another soundbite from her we want you to hear as well.
Violence, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't have to do with being in the hood or, being here, being there. It's just you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. We've done our best to keep our children in, good areas and good schools. And, it's just trouble can find you, or you can find trouble.
Her mother, his mother rather, giving us just vivid recollection of her son, but also talking about this idea of being silent and people not speaking up when necessary. I want to tell you something, that we have also done stories days after that interview with that mother. You may remember we actually talked to family members who were protesting outside of the courthouse. I don't know if we can get that video ready. Actually, I just thought about that. We did that story. That would have been a few days after. They were talking about this case. They wanted answers in this case. And so that is something that our team is obviously continuing to follow all angles of this story. I want to go back really quickly to what I just told you, and I think this is an important addition to bring you about this complicated story, multiple layers. So we told you about the person who has been charged in this murder, 39-year-old Rayshawn Muffet. Rayshawn is in jail right now. He was actually arrested before these charges were filed, and the reason is because he's involved in another case. So during this investigation, this murder investigation, police, St. Joseph County police, officials from South Bend Police and St. Joseph County officials were looking into this case. And as part of the case, you're trying to get evidence and gather evidence and witness statements and what have you. Police ended up getting a search warrant executed on Muffet's phone. And in that phone, they found a lot of information. And they also found some videos in this phone. And the videos that were in this phone, according to police, according to investigators, according to a probable cause affidavit that we just got, according to the prosecutor's office, there were 11 different videos of Muffet with a girl under the age of 18. We don't know how old that girl is. We do not have her names. In fact, in the paperwork that we have, usually victims of sex crimes are not named. There are initials in that. We are not going to pass that along, obviously, for the safety of that individual and because she is a victim of this case. In that phone, they found 11 different videos recorded on that phone. Some were recorded in the person's hand, who they believed to be Muffet's hand at the time. Some were videos that were, on, some would call them mounts, some would call them tripods, whatever. And it showed the suspect in this murder case involved in sexual activity with this girl under the age of 18. And so in that investigation, in this murder investigation, they found that, and that is why he has been charged with 11 counts of child exploitation as well. So these are same person that we're talking about here. I will show you Rayshawn Muffet's picture one more time so you will see it. That person has been charged in 2 different cases here. The prosecutor, the state in this case, arguing he not be released because he's involved in these 2 separate cases. Technically, there are more cases levied against him because you get into the conversation of the fact that this same person, the same victim that was found on his phone, was also the subject to a no contact order against him because of a different situation. So there are a lot of layers to peel back. Obviously, the point of this is that Muffet is in jail right now, and he is facing charges in several cases. That is the information as we have it. That is the update that we're getting right now from the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office. As we get more information about all this, we'll pass it along to you on WNDU.com. Again, that's the breaking information right now that we know of involving this horrible shooting death of 26-year-old Rayshawn Jones. Rayshawn Jones, according to many people who knew him, was, at least from his mother, he deserved to see Christmas. He did not see Christmas last year. He was shot and killed in South Bend. That was one of the last murders of the year in this city. You're seeing pictures of him there. He is no longer with us, and police believe that the person responsible is 39-year-old Rayshawn Muffet. Again, there has to be a trial that takes place. You are presumed innocent until proven guilty. We want to be clear about that as well, as an arm of the media. But that is the information for the prosecutor's office that we know right now. As we get more information, we will pass it along to you right here, obviously, or wherever you stream, wherever you get us, wherever you watch us, whether it be online, on Facebook, on Roku, whatever it is. We're going to pass that information along to you. But as of right now, that is the information that we have. If you're watching us right now on 16 News Now Digital Plus, we'll send you back to regularly scheduled programming. If you're watching us on Facebook, you're going to see an update as well from Caroline Clapp here during our noon show. Again, murder charges filed in the murder of Rayshawn Jones. and you're about to see the man facing those charges right now, according to prosecutors. That is 39-year-old Rayshawn Muffet. A good day for now. We'll come back to you as we get new information here on 16 News Now.